Very nice.
He became a heartthrob in Cody's favorite canceled show, which was Gilmore Girls.
Then he set out to save his father from the sinister forces of evil in Supernatural. Now he's facing off with the most famous face mask in film.
That's right.
It's a lot of alliteration.
Joining us live now, Jared Padalecki, Friday the 13th.
The most famous what in film? That was good. The most famous.
Hold on, let me go. Famous face mask in film. Facing off
that
with the most
good.
famous face mask in film. And I didn't
sounds
flub
so
it.
much more interesting when y'all describe me. Like, hunting after his dad's killer and famous face masks, and I got to have you introduce me more often.
Yeah, just call us up. We'll get our people with your people. So paycheck this way. The faster the paycheck, the better the introduction.
Our rates are very reasonable.
This is a big face mask to fill, though, redoing this film, because you know those of us who remember the original as kids. It's pretty scary stuff, and today's audiences have a different expectation for scary.
They're a little more
creepy.
jaded at this stuff. Yeah,
big time. I actually myself am a little more jaded. I'd seen the original growing up, and I remember thinking it was terrifying. And I even went. I saw it with my buddy when I was like 12 years old, and he lived by a state park, and so we went afterwards to go camping and like scare ourselves. And then I went and watched it again when I found out I got this movie. And I was like, this is cheesy. Like, this isn't scary at all.
So I hope
there are no devout fans that are going to, be mad at me for saying that. But this one's definitely scary. This one, I mean, Jason got kind of goofy, like Jason on the moon, and like Jason, in the Sahara.
They were
just kind of like
Jason and the Muppets.
There's several follow-ups.
Yeah, Jason and the Muppets.
I didn't see that one coming.
When he beheaded Kermit, that was just over the top.
Yeah.
When
Once
he
you see
turned
Jason
up in
go after
Sex and the
Kermit,
City, I thought that was going
to
to
all
be too
respect for
far.
the guy.
Now, the thing about this, we should point out, with Michael Bay behind it, Michael Bay, though it's scary, Michael Bay makes everything he touches kind of sexy, too. Yeah. So you got a sexier than I remember Friday the 13th, too.
Yeah, more explosions, more sex, more sexier explosions. No, it's okay. Well, Michael Bay and Andrew Foreman, Brad Fuller, who are the three producers behind Platinum Dunes, they also redid the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Amityville Horror and The Hitcher. And that's kind of why I was really excited about this movie, because when I saw the script, honestly, I was like, they've made this. Like, they've made a lot of these. Like, why are they making another? And then when I found out, I met with Marcus, who's our director, and Brad Fuller, and I found out that they were going to make it kind of real and scary and sexy and raw. I was like, man, sign me up.
Well, I'd like to point out, you got a bunch of kids going up to the mountains, and then they encounter a lone traveler. I don't want to give anything away. I ain't starting gossip, but you're the lone traveler.
I am the lone traveler, yeah. But I'm not wearing the most famous face mask. That's a whole different guy.
That's a whole different one.
So are they leaving... now that you've got this one in, are they leaving it open for you? Have they said anything about sequels to this? Are you going to be doing, Friday the 13th, part 99?
No, we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're doing Saturday the 14th.
Great!
We started as soon as the debut numbers come in from the weekend to see how well it does. if there is a sequel, and they can find a way that I could be a part of it. Like, I know for those who've seen the originals, it ends up, the original one ends up being a dream, and so she kind of comes back, and whatever the situation is, I'd love to, if they can find a way for me in a flashback or whatever to be in the sequel. Hey, I just don't want to play, I don't want to play the same guy that I played,
Gotcha.
Or, I mean, I guess I'd have to play the same guy, but I don't want to be like the same exact story.
I'm a big fan of your work right here on the CW.
Thanks,
Supernatural. Thanks for being a part of that. I know you've got to go to do like Des Moines or some other big station, but it's always been a dream to be in one of these movies. Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
As soon as I'm about to attack you on the monitor over here that I'm looking at, as soon as I come at you, would you scream and fall off camera, fall off frame?
Yeah, watch this.
Right, here
Ready?
We go.
Okay.
All right.
I am going.
How was that? Is that a print? Are we moving on?
Let's do it one more time. I'm going to kill you!
That's really good, right? I need some touch-up.
That was a great rehearsal. Great rehearsal.
Didn't really work on our end.
You did your part.
You did your part.
I mean, that was my best work I've ever done.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
See if we can print it.
Jared Padalecki, thanks.
Jared.
Friday the 13th.
He
Opens
brought
Friday.
it. We, on the other hand, I think you need a little work. That mask is looking...
Looks a little small. We're going to call you Little Face.
Yeah.
Not really that scary. It's just kind of funny. Let's get to Tina's off. Courtney.